We want to welcome you to the First Things First. But before, we're just saying that always put God first. Hey everybody, my name is Joshua F.I.R.S.T.
Hi, my name is Suanne F.I.R.S.T.
And we want to welcome you all to the First, which stands for finances, intimacy, relationship, sex, and time. We also like transparency as well. And what we're going to be doing and what you'll find here is we're going to be dealing with contents that deals with each of those categories. Right now, the divorce rate is at an alarming high. More than 50% of relationships end in divorce. So we just wanted to kind of do our part to help to encourage others and vice versa, so that we can stick, weather the storm together and make it last forever. Right? So before we even get into all of that, and before we start and start talking about our content, we thought it'd be appropriate just to kind of give you a background on who we are. Background. So what's the first thing? How we met?
How did we meet?
The way I remember it, I remember the first time I saw Suanne, it was in the middle of a race. She's nodding her head because she don't like this story. Freshman year, and so it was our first meet. It was a big meet at, I think it was at Cold Springs High School.
Angelini Relays.
Angelini Relays. Hurdles, yes, it was a hurdles. Nevertheless, the gun goes off, and there's this race, and this one girl in her purple uniform took off. I mean, she led the crowd. She took off. I mean, the 300 meters is like pretty much almost a whole lap minus a curve. And she is way ahead. I mean, she's 2 or 3 hurdles in front of everybody. And everybody's like, who is that? Who is that? And it was like, it's from South Plantation. And it was Sue. I mean, I think a lot of people, did that surprise you too? Were you a hurdler before?
I used to just run.
Oh, she just ran. So, she knew how to hurdle. So, I mean, which made me question her childhood. She used to do bad stuff. But she knew how to hurdle. And it wasn't even like the perfect form. This was new for her. But she was gone. And we are cheering now. I mean, the whole side, South Plantation, we were on our feet. We were like, go, go. Whatever your name is, go. But as she was coming to that finish line, it was a sure finish. There was one hurdle left. And she went to jump. She went to jump that hurdle.
That hurdle got me.
And her lead leg clipped it. And we was like, oh no. I mean, it was all in slow motion. Like, she hit the track and was just laid there. And we were like, get up. Get up. I mean, She was so far ahead that she could have laid there for a couple of seconds and stood up and walked across the finish line and to be first. I don't know, did you even get up?
I did. Eventually. But I mean, that was my first time seeing Sue run, and then that was kind of how I got to know who she was. I think I saw him. I don't remember, but maybe in the hallways,
She saw him.
And I saw his legs. He got the bow legs or whatever. So I saw his legs, and I was like, ooh. This is what I'm hearing. I don't remember this. Oh, look at them legs. And I told my friend, I probably was with Crystal or whatever. And I guess Crystal had a class with Josh. And she went to him and was like, ooh, my friend like you. She said, you got sexy legs. And that's all I remember.
It was a math class.
And he used to always try to cheat off of me.
Stop.
Yeah.
Funny story was she got me in trouble with my cell phone.
No.
She got me in trouble with my cell phone.
He got himself into trouble, you guys. Don't believe him.
Let me tell you what happened.
He should have told me he didn't have Metro.
So she had Metro PCS. I was on my parents' plan which was AT&T. She used to call my phone or text me. She had unlimited minutes, all right? And I didn't have unlimited minutes, but I didn't know anything about minutes. My parents just surprised me with a phone.
Oh my gosh.
And it was after our bill ran up and the phone got cut off, and my parents called me into their room and were like, there is no possible way you can talk this much.
I don't think it was talking. I think it was the text messaging.
It could have been text messaging.
That's back in the day when they didn't have the unlimited texting plans, and you probably got charged per text.
Yeah.
Listen, that's not my fault.
My parents, I don't know what the bill was to this day. I just knew it was,
I don't know why I felt like it was like $900 or something like that.
I just know it was high enough for them to switch cell phone providers.
Switch.
Just switch. Since then, we kind of had a friendship. You know, we both were in different relationships, so you know, we never really pursued anything.
During that time, we actually saw that we were a lot alike, just that church background, that spiritual background, through our family and all of that. So that was just the beginning of us becoming friends.
You know, the friendship was our foundation. But it was the end of our senior year, we were kind of talking, and it probably was the last week of school, and we had no idea until we had that conversation, and we found out we were both going to the same college. So that was kind of cool. You know, when we went to FAMU, so we both graduated from South Plain, went to FAMU. It wasn't until I think later on, maybe the end of our freshman year, beginning of our sophomore year, that we actually took our relationship to the next level.
So let me tell you guys something, right? This guy here,
I don't even know what she's about to say right there.
He takes so long. Like, I don't know why he takes so long. He brought me down by the pool and he sat me down and he said to me, he didn't ask me out, right? What he said was, he said, I'm interested in you. And I just want you to know that I'm interested, basically. And I was like,
and that's it. Just wanted to know.
Do we go out? Yes or no? He made me wait 2 months after.
But
like February.
Yes.
2 months after. And then he was like, man, we should just go together.
No, but let me tell you what happened.
We should just.
Okay, so it was obvious that there was kind of mutual feelings there. But at the time too, I was trying to figure out what my course of action was just in life. But I did want to let her know I am interested in you, and you know, I would like for us to take our friendship to the next level. Just right now, I am, you know, working some things out, and that's what I said, right? Something like to that sort. And it was like February 20th of like 2004. We took our friendship to the next level. So I think what was good to point out there was that we had years of friendship. We're such friends to the point where it's interesting, where people don't assume that we're married. I mean, at FAMU, people assumed that we were just best friends. You know, and at that point we were married. And you know, when they found out we was married,
they didn't even know we were married.
Yeah, they were taken back. Yeah, we were, and then
it was like, yo, I thought that was your best friend. I just see y'all together all the time. Y'all just be laughing all the time. Listen, y'all, we used to crack on people.
Hey, this is I just know at FAMU there's a place you can sit down, not too far from the set. You can see the library, Coleman Library, and just people walking by, and it's a lot of interesting folks. No, she laughed. I used to just say stuff. She used to laugh, so she was more guilty than me. All right, she didn't have to laugh. After we were married and we had Josh, our firstborn. You know, we had moved back down to South Florida. Our families are down here. It was a better support system, and we were at Nova. And even at Nova, we had the same last name. And people came to us, and instead of assuming we were married, they thought we were brother and sister. Yeah.
Do we even look alike? Like, clearly.
Yeah, but you know, it's one thing that's big is friendship for any relationship.
Definitely.
I think, you know, for a relationship, the first ship in a relationship is a friendship. The first ship is a friendship. All right, friendship. You know, and I think that you know, after 5 years and we're dating each other now, I think the surprise elements. There's still, you know, some surprises you can still crank out with, but the big surprises is kind of like out the window at that point. I know how she responds to situations, you know, good and bad, vice versa. We kind of learn how to balance each other out. And that's kind of the big thing just for this episode of The First. We want to, you know, before we get into the F.I.R.S.T, you know, there's just one thing we did want to point out in any relationship, a friendship, relationship, significant other. This is not just for people who are married already, people who are looking to get married, people who are in a market right now looking just to be in a relationship at all.
Exactly.
One thing you really want to look for is someone to help you be balanced, you know,
and better.
And better. That's a good one too.
Balanced and better.
Balanced and better. You know, we probably all of us have been in relationships where either, you know, we probably did everything to keep the relationship going. You know, it was up to us to either say sorry first. It was up to us to say, hey, why don't we go do this and do that, you know? And what I found in Sue really was that she knew my flaws, and you know, she didn't take it upon herself to point out my flaws, but how to help me work on them. And you know, a lot of times we see even in the Bible, it talks about being unequally yoked. And really that's just going back to just being balanced. There's one guy, he said this to his wife, and he said, I don't love you because of who you are. He said, I love you because of who I am when I'm with you.
That's why you love me?
Yes, it's because of who I am when I'm with you. But no, it's true. It's true. Sue makes me better in so many different ways.
Definitely.
It doesn't mean we
Definitely.
don't. It doesn't.
Him as well. He
Yeah.
makes me a better person. I mean, believe you me, if Josh was not in my life, I would be a different person.
So we're happy that you're able to join us. Please leave a comment on, you know, certain topics that you're interested in. You know, there's a lot we've been through together, and I'm sure you as well. And iron sharpens iron, as a friend strengthens a friend.
Man.
So
just join us. We're just gonna be here hanging out.
So first things first, God is first, and God bless you, and thank you for joining us. We love you. Again, my name is Joshua Fakir.
And my name is Sue Ann Fakir.
And God bless you all.
God bless you.
All right.
Bye-bye.